Happy Friday to everyone. I just want to make a short video about effective management, how to be effective leaders in our businesses. And not just that, but a lesson that I've learned is even when you place a manager or somebody in charge of your business, how to make them effective leaders and what skills we need to coach them in. That's our next job as a business owner, is to be also a coach to those that we delegate. So first and foremost, I found that the most important thing is humility, to be humble and to show that to your employees, or for your manager or person in charge, to show your employees humility. So speaking now with psychological background, when we are superior or have an authority over someone, the problem is that people feel that their ego is on the line, that they're going to be told what to do, that they're the underdog, they're under you, you're superior, you're better, you know. And nobody likes to feel that. Our whole life essentially is to defend our ego and to protect it. So what we need to do is to be slick and smart and to really befriend, I would say, our employees, those people that we have to manage, and make them realize that we're actually there with them and that we're not there to micromanage them, that we're not there for ourselves, but we're there for the business, that the manager has to make them feel that the boss asks, the business needs. It's not that I need, it's not that I want. And the manager doesn't even need to say those words. It has to be a feeling that's given over. And how is that given over? It's by a manager really. Point number one is that a manager should lend a hand and be part of the things in a proactive physical manner. It doesn't mean that they have to always do it, but they don't always have to say what needs to be done. They can just sometimes start doing it, and the person in charge of that task will actually end up doing it, because they'll feel like, oh, this is my job and I'm not doing it. They'll feel kind of like awkward or useless, and they don't want to. Nobody wants that. But when the manager actually tells them what to do constantly, or they go into a defensive mode, ego protection mode, let's call it. In psychology it's called defenses. Hence the term, oh, you're getting so defensive right now, right? Meaning these people, they become defensive, and they're trying to just, their confidence, your confidence that you have, it comes across to them as you're just telling them what to do, that you're out there to get them to, lash your superiority, your seniority over them. And that's the opposite of what we're trying to do as effective leaders and managers. So what I would say, rule number one is actually lend a hand, actually be involved in the process, make them feel that you're there with them. Number two, a manager should not say the words of "I'm in charge." I kind of already said that, but don't ever say those words. "I'm in charge." I'm superior. Don't do that. Even if you feel like you're saying that for a reason, so that they would really know, that you have authority and that they should listen to you. Don't do it. It's not going to work in the long run. They might do it in the second, but they're going to hate you and they're going to go against you and speak bad about you to the boss. They're going to create more drama. Not something I would suggest. The other thing is, a person needs to realize, when should he say, when should he ask. Before a manager or boss thinks to ask, he needs to actually think to ask. Meaning, don't just ask, understand what are they occupied with? What are they going to be occupied with? What's going on right now? Are they overwhelmed? Yeah, it's not easy to be a manager, to be a boss. It's work. It's a lot of psychological evaluation. You got to really see where people are holding, so that they would be effective, and so that you would be effective, managing them. So think, maybe sometimes you can approach them and say, hey, next time, or when you get a chance, or maybe you shouldn't even mention it that day or that minute or that hour. It's obviously makes the job harder, because you just want to command your commands and make sure that it's done. But these are a few rules and a few things, we got to think about as managers, of how to be effective leaders and how to really, be there with our team. But the main thing is humility. You have to feel, they have to feel, that you're not there to tell them what to do, to command them. You're just there to make sure the business is flowing. And once they understand that, they will actually respect you, you know. But the second that they get defensive, that they feel that they have to walk on eggshells around you, or that they're going to be told what to do, that you're going to lash out your greatness, they're going to be against you. So really what needs to be done is just to, be sweet, talk with them, be there with them, and just show that you're a team player. You're, like, you should never even mention it. Should never even be mentioned that you're the boss or the manager. It has to be respected. Don't command the respect, earn the respect. By earning the respect, it's actually paradoxical, but it calls for humility, and it calls for really being part of the team and caring for them. When they will realize that you care for them, they will care for you by making you look good as a manager or a boss, and they will try to do your job right. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. I hope I gave you some value. I know I gave you value. And yeah, give me some feedback. Thank you so much.